Alright, this message is going to be a two-part message, and the first part of this message is connected to the second part. The first part of this message is basically expressing my disgust and my anger, actually, also, in 95% of the street preachers that I see out there. I mean, these guys are disgusting to me. They go out there and they just basically, most of them, tell people that they're going to hell, and they judge them harshly on the way that they look, and they judge them harshly on, if they don't speak perfect. It is simply disgusting to me. I didn't get saved like that. I know people that truly are saved, that are graceful, who don't talk like that to people. I think that these guys got it in their mind that they're supposed to do this. But when we look at the pattern of the Apostle Paul and Jesus, they never did stuff like that. The only people that Jesus said that was going to hell was the Sadducees and Pharisees, the hypocritical religious leaders. And what was their worst trait is that they were boasting about how they were perfect in the law. Man, isn't that exactly what these guys are? 95% of them, right? I want to leave like a little leeway because I've seen a couple guys who actually go out there and try to talk to people like decent human beings. But 95% probably, if not more, just go out there and just do exactly what Jesus was warning the Pharisees of doing, is being hypocrites and, just being self-righteous. It's horrible to me. It's totally disgusting. And this is connected with the second part of this message, in which most of these channels, when you leave comments, sometimes, like me, I won't agree with them, right? I'll leave a very decent comment, but expressing how I see it, and they either won't respond or they don't give it a like. So it's almost like they're even too prideful to admit that you exist and that your commentary actually exists, right? Like when people comment on my thing, I don't respond only when they're being rude or, it's a ridiculous comment. Otherwise, I'm willing to debate and discuss my position like a decent human being. At least I try to be. But most of these people, they don't even respond at all in any way, as if you don't even exist. Even when you leave decent comments in agreement with some things, they're so prideful and they're so carnal that they don't even want to touch the like button, right? It's really bad. And I know that we're limited, right, as far as the way that we can communicate in our relationships online. But there's a like button there. There's a respond button there, for these reasons, so we can limitly connect with each other as other believers and stuff like this. So really, one of the guys that passed away that was the king of totally evil street preaching was Reuben Israel, and he passed away earlier this year. But he would just go out there and tell everybody they're going to hell. His pattern was of, in my opinion, totally devilish, and that's 95% of these guys' patterns. If one of them saw me walking down the street, like I have tattoos, and I look just casual, they'd probably say I was going to hell, because they totally judge on just what they see. Oh, he's got tattoos, he's probably a child of the devil. And that is so wrong. For me, if they asked, well, if you're Christian, why do you have tattoos? I'd be like, I wasn't always where I am today, right? I've been on earth for over 40 years, and so everybody, lives in ignorance for a long time. And even when I wasn't in total ignorance, I still wasn't sure on tattoos or not, which, became sure to me probably about 5 years ago. So that would be my answer, and besides, that's just my flesh. I don't even notice them anymore. But these guys, if you walk by them, they'll straight up judge you on the way you look 100% and just say you're disgusting, you're going to hell. And they don't even know you. They don't know your heart. They don't know where you are at all. And to me, God will use this street preaching that is being done. But, he's going to have to use it in a different way. not as like, oh, they're doing great, like this is a great job, that's the pattern of Paul and Jesus, because it's not. Paul never went out and told everybody they're going to hell in groups of hordes of people. He never went out and told them that they're sluts and all this stuff by the way that they look. Changing your look and changing your attitude, that's something that you grow in God's grace with, and it can take years. And we're always a work in progress. From day one to the day we die or the day we get raptured, we're always a work in progress. So to go out there and do that to somebody, maybe they're struggling with these things. Maybe they might go home that night and kill themselves because of the things you told them, because they were on the brink anyways. These people are totally immature, and if it was up to me, I'd stop it all. But, we have limited free will, so these guys choose to take whatever pattern that they're taking. They're probably looking at Old Testament Israel and the prophets there under the law, before, faith and grace came and all that, and they're taking those patterns. That's because they don't rightly divide the Bible. They don't understand how grace works, obviously, because it has stopped working for them, or maybe it never started.